All right. All right, what's up, everybody? I am going to be streaming original Donkey Kong Country. So, let's begin this game. All right, 1994. I was in 4th grade when this came out. Let's turn the volume down a little bit on my end so I can hear myself. One player. All right. This game should be short enough. I have to go to bed early today because I'm starting first shift again tomorrow. So, and I just got back from Las Vegas. So, I'm gonna just make sure I can see my chat, so I could see what you guys are doing. So, looks like Green Lantern's already in the chat. So how you doing? So, hail to you. So, I'm gonna go in and get a red balloon. Here we go. Let's go see. Why don't we go see how that banana horde's doing? It's right underneath. Oh no! No! What happened? Where did it go? Those alligators, those crocodiles are up to no good again. So, alright, so, yeah, I just got back from Las Vegas. So, I got to go to a Star Trek convention, and I got to meet some famous personalities. Well, to me they're famous, at least. So I go to Star Trek convention, and I see the guy that plays Trip in Enterprise. Trip is the engineer. I have no idea what else he's been in. I don't even remember his actor. Honestly, I don't even remember his actor's name. So he was there. The security guy, Malcolm, was there. And Travis, I think. Travis, the what do you call it? The helmsman. He was there too. So, yeah, they were there. The Saval, the guy that plays Saval in Enterprise, he's the Vulcan ambassador. He's the one that usually gets in, you know, Archer's face. Archer's the captain, Scott Bakula's character. He was there. General Martok, J.G. Hertzler was there. He had a nice little line. He was wearing like a Captain Hook hat or something. He was wearing a hat. He was wearing a funny hat. Or no, he was wearing like a big like sun hat or something like that. So they made everybody wear masks, so you could barely see anybody. But I did recognize when I was walking, because I stayed in the same hotel where the convention was going on at the Rio, and I saw Rod Roddenberry. Now, who's Rod Roddenberry? Well, he's the son of Star Trek creator Gene Roddenberry, and he's a small guy. Like, he's as tall as me, and I'm average height. So, but yeah, I saw him twice. I recognized him. So, I guess celebrities like the masks because it gives them an additional way to disguise themselves. I was tempted to say, "What's up, Rod?" But I don't know. Don't really give a crap. I don't know. I don't know what he's done. He has not been involved with Star Trek. He's just, I don't know what he is, to be perfectly honest. Who else was there? So Garrick, Andrew Robinson. So the first person I got an autograph from was from the guy that plays Trip. He's the engineer, and he just kind of came off as, I don't know, he didn't really care. He wasn't very conversational, and it's not like he had a big line. He didn't have a big line of people talking to him, and then some old dude just kind of interrupts while I'm, trying to start a conversation and stuff. So, um, so yeah. So you kind of, I said, have you ever watched Star Trek? Because a lot of actors in Star Trek are not fans of Star Trek, or like I mean, obviously to them it was just a job, and that's fine. I mean, but I just wondering, like some actors really cared about the characters, and the ones that really cared about the characters or had some sort of investment in the characters are the ones I'm more prone to, gravitate towards, or to take bigger interest in. But the Trips actor just wasn't it. Just was kind of disappointing. So, kind of regret paying him $50 for an autograph. But I did it. I have it. It's there. But what kind of washed that bitter taste was seeing Andrew Robinson. Now, Andrew Robinson played Garrick in Deep Space Nine, but he was not that was not the first thing I ever saw him in. When I was younger, I used to, like, sixth grade. I was, and this was around the time I was playing Donkey Kong Country 3 all the time and getting into Star Trek. But I was also watching like just a bunch of older movies. So yeah, like my dad had like a whole bunch of VHS tapes, and one of those VHS tapes was the original Dirty Harry. So I used to watch it every time I was sick, every day. Every day that I was sick, I would always put that movie on. There was something about it, I just thought it was awesome. And Andrew Robinson played the Scorpio Killer, so he was the villain. He was the main villain. And he's probably to me, one of the best villains. His villain was, I think, pretty much became the archetypal, villain in crime dramas and movies in general, mainly. And I've heard like commentary from like Don Siegel, the director, saying that Dirty Harry is just as bad as the Scorpio Killer. And as much as I understand that a lot of left-leaning people do not like that movie, even back then, I mean it was run by John Milius, so what do you expect? He's a Hollywood writer that graduated the same class as George Lucas, and he used to point guns at producers and stuff. If he did that now, he'd be canceled. But going back to that, I mean, like the director said that Dirty Harry was just as bad as Scorpio, and I'm like, no, he's not. I mean, he's unorthodox in his approach, and a lot of people are, like the movie really comments on his, ends justify the means, type of, behavior, whether or not it's correct or not. And I can understand that. I mean, because a lot of people get falsely accused or are falsely, suspected of, bad crimes. But the thing is, in this movie, he was actually correct. So it's kind of hard not to side with, Dirty Harry on the stuff. And plus, he was acting against time, because the movie incorporates a kidnapping. It was based on a real kidnapping of a wealthy girl who was nabbed and buried alive. The only thing is, in real life, the ending was happier, and the girl was not traumatized in any way, because she had faith. She had continual faith and belief that she was going to be rescued, and she held strong, and that's stronger than a lot of people. I don't even think I would have been able to handle something like that, yeah. So I saw him, and the first I was like, I saw him, and I didn't have the actors only take cash, so I didn't go to the ATM. So he actually, I asked him, like, how much do you charge for how much do you charge? He's like, oh, I charge 50. I think he said I charge 50 for a photo or for a selfie and an autograph, a personalized autograph. So I thought, and he was conversational. He was actually conversational about it. He was nice about it. He actually talked to me. Oh man. So I went back. Kind of liked his attitude. So I walked all the way. I walked like a mile to the ATM machine, because these casino hotels are huge. And I got the money, and when I came back, he recognized me. He's like, "Hey, you came back," something I would do. But so I liked it enough to the point where I got 2 autographs, because I really liked him as Garrick, but I also really to me, Scorpio. I mean, he's a chilling villain, one of the best villains of all time. So I got a picture, and I have it on my Instagram of him with the sniper, and he told me like a little quick story about how he had to learn how to put it together really quickly for the director. Like they showed him, and he was expected to know how to do it because they were going to shoot it really quickly and stuff. So that was cool to share. I wish I should have asked him what it was like to work with Clint and all that. And of course, like I wanted to ask him like how long, like because every time he played Garrick, so he was always a Cardassian. He never played a human version because some of the actors, some episodes were written so that some of the actors who played like aliens would could come back as human form, like Far Beyond the Stars, where like you had Odo's actor Renee Auberjonois and Armin Shimmerman were human in that episode. And even Ducat, like even though Ducat was never human, he came in the final arc, in the final 10 episodes, he was surgically altered to look Bajoran to trick Kai Wynn into releasing the power wraiths. But yeah, that's the end of the series. So if you haven't watched Deep Space Nine, you gotta watch Deep Space Nine, Star Trek Deep Space Nine. So I missed out on asking like how long he had to be in the makeup chair for working on, how long an episode, how long it took to make an episode. I always assume it's like a week's worth to work on an episode and stuff. Maybe shorter, not sure. So haven't looked at anybody. So who's here? Green Lantern, I said hey to you. LVG, what's up? Brightest Day, I met you. You're awesome, dude. Coffee on Corban, how you doing? Cool. I haven't checked your stuff out yet, but I'll check your videos out. If you haven't subscribed to Coffee on Corban, the fact that he uses the name Korriban instead of Moraband earned my respect like right away. Pop Culture Mechanic, how you doing? K2J, what's up? K2J does a lot of game streams too, but is way better at it than I am. So, hey guys, just playing Donkey Kong and just kind of chilling for the remainder of my weekend before I gotta go back to work tomorrow. So I played this so long. This is not a very long game, so I could probably beat this in a couple hours. So. But yeah, I paid $90 and I was really happy with Andrew Robinson. He told me he was really proud of the character of Garrick. He wrote a book about Garrick. So the one Deep Space Nine book about Garrick was written by Andrew Robinson himself, and I still haven't read it yet. But he had some investment in the character himself, and I like that. I like it when actors care about their characters and stuff. So yeah, I was watching an episode of Garrick on the plane today. I was watching an episode called The Wire, where he has like this device in his head that's basically kind of acts like a drug. So like he turns it on and it just like continually releases endorphins and stuff. And the thing is, the machine in his head malfunctions, so they have to turn it off, and it's been causing him to have seizures and stuff, and it's been causing other health problems. And so Bashir has to go and get the information like on some of his like white blood cell type or something, so he can help him recover and stuff. And he meets his father, in Tain, the head of the Obsidian Order. And the Obsidian Order is basically an organization kind of like the Upper Party in 1984. Like they know everything you do, and you never cross them under any circumstances. So Cardassian Union is basically like a 1984 type of government. Duty to the state. It's ridiculous. It's absurd. But so I watched that, and then there was an episode. There's an episode where they every season, or every like one or two episodes a season, there's an episode where they torture Miles O'Brien. Miles O'Brien he was a transporter guy in Next Generation, and then Deep Space Nine, he became like the head of operations. In other words, he was the main engineer and stuff. So every season of Deep Space Nine, there's always a Let's Torture O'Brien episode where we put him through like the worst hell possible. Like there was literally an episode where he Picard, experienced a lifetime, on that in the episode Inner Light. Well, there was an episode where O'Brien experienced a lifetime of being in prison into like solitary confinement. So I mean, it's the Let's Torture O'Brien thing is a real thing. So I watched an episode called Tribunal where he gets tried, and they already they don't even tell him what his crimes are or what his charges are, and they already plan to execute him and stuff until they find out what was going on, and who was the culprit of the charges that nobody knew about. So I watched that, and I was watching a Voyager episode, and then I just I couldn't watch any more Star Trek. But there was an episode called the Omega Directive, which was one of the better Voyager episodes of season 4. But yeah, I'm not gonna get into Voyager right now. But let's just say the Omega Directive is a very good episode. It's an episode. It's kind of like your typical. It's almost like it's basically an ecological episode, but in this case, it's about a particle. It's like a nuclear particle that can destroy subspace. Subspace is what causes that's where people go. That's where ships go when they go into warp and stuff. They go into a warp bubble and they go into subspace. And this Omega particle destroys subspace. And if you destroy subspace, you can't go to warp, and hence space is really big, and you wouldn't be able to do space travel. So that's what that episode is, and I haven't finished it, but I've seen it before. It's a very good one. So Stay at Home Podcast. What's up? How you doing? So who else did I meet on the thing? I met the Gorn, the actor that played the Gorn, the stuntman. He was in a lot of 60s shows. He's either in his late 80s or maybe he's 90 years old, but he was there. He couldn't hear me, but then again, there's like a glass. All the tables with the people had there was a glass, or there was a transparency, keep people from breathing on people, and I don't know what else. And I was wearing we had to all wear masks at the convention, so, and they actually requested my card, my vaccination card, so, which I've never been asked that before, so I was kind of, I was surprised, but I had it because I don't take anything out of my wallet, so my wallet gets thicker and thicker every passing day, with receipts and, cash that I forget about, so. But so I got the Gorn. He was a sweet old man. He was I shouldn't call him old. It's not nice, but he was a Korean War veteran, and he was not just in Arena, but he was in the Return of the Archons episode where they have the festival, and there's rioting and stuff. Well, he was the stuntman that literally he ran into a window. He threw himself through a window. And then I think they dubbed it, but he screams out "Festival, Festival, Festival." It was that same actor, it was that same stuntman. But yeah, I think they obviously he was dubbed. Obviously, it wasn't actually his voice. There we go. So I got him, and then another signature I got. So his signature was only $30. I mean, he's a stuntman, but you know what? I was happy to see there were some TOS people. I mean, they weren't just in the dealer's room. So I was in the dealer's room. I wasn't in a special room. Have to line up by the convention staff. Can't stand the convention staff. You can't talk to him. It's stupid. I don't know. Whoopsie daisy. But it was I met Shatner a couple years ago for Wrath of Khan. There was a Wrath of Khan screening at the Rosemont Theater, which is really close to O'Hare Airport in Chicago. So I went there. I got a really expensive ticket. I didn't realize it included a photo op with Mr. Shatner. So I got to get a picture with Mr. Shatner. It's I have it on my Facebook. So but like we weren't allowed to say anything. I tried to say something, Mr. Shatner. Or I'm like, "Hi, Bill," or "Hi, Mr. Shatner," and he was just sitting there in front of the camera. He didn't even turn his head at me, and he had that. I think he managed to keep that same smile or that same smile like throughout like at least 10 people and stuff. So. So yeah, so I got to see Mr. Shatner. I think I saw Chekhov was on like the stage or something. He was talking and stuff, or Walter Koenig, and yeah, I didn't see him out on the floor. Apparently, Kelsey Grammer came too to the convention. I didn't see him. He was probably somewhere else. Fraser, a lot of other Star Trek fans were excited to see him. I've never been. Speaking of Cheers and Frasier and stuff, well, it's making me think of something else. I got into a bit of an argument with a guy. I was walking past. I'm trying to talk to all the people, different people at the booths and stuff in the dealer's room. And there was this one guy. There was these couple guys. I forget. They were like a Trekspert podcast or something. I forget what they called themselves, but they said that 1982 was the ultimate nerd year when it came to film, and I, being, a bit of a, I like to argue. I kind of like to argue with people on that type of stuff because, I follow, like, I'm very good with when it comes to movies and when they come out and stuff. And I challenge them with 1984 being the ultimate nerd year. I mean, because they're like, oh, it's freaking Wrath of Khan, you have Blade Runner, and then you have, then they said the Road Warrior. I'm like, no, Road Warrior came out in 81. They're like, well, it came out in U.S. in 81. I was like, oh, whatever. I'm like, okay, whatever. I'll give that to you. And then they said, was it Rocky 3? Rocky. I'm trying to think what else. Tron. I think I already said Blade Runner, but yeah. I was just like, I just kept saying Ghostbusters. Like, Ghostbusters came out in '84. You had Ghostbusters. You had Star Trek 3. You had Terminator, you had... they also said Conan the Barbarian. And I said Conan the Destroyer. Like, hey, you're not helping yourself. I'm like, okay, you don't have to be a dick about it. This is just a friendly little banter. But what else? I think I said Beverly Hills Cop. And there's a bunch of other stuff, so... Yeah, but it was, but I think 1980, I personally think 1980, and of course Star Trek, they're like, oh, it's not that good. I'm like, no, dude, Star Trek 3 is a very good movie. I mean, it's not quite as good as Wrath of Khan, but it's what got, that movie is what got me into Star Trek in the first place. I mean, Wrath of Khan I was a kid when I saw Wrath of Khan, so it kind of flew past me. I didn't know what was going on. Wasn't the easiest movie to follow. I mean, motion picture was a much harder film to follow, but, Star Trek 3 is what kind of introduced me to the characters better, because more of the, like, you get to see more of the rest of the cast. You get to see more of Sulu and Uhura, see what they're capable of, and everything that they were able to do during this, especially the Steal the Enterprise segment, was freaking epic as hell. And the fact that they all went back for, Spock, they went back to get him, was, meant something to me. The way they treated each other was, it was something that meant something to me. So I don't know, at that point when I was a kid, at 6th grade, I didn't really have any friends to hang out with. So, I didn't really have, I spent a lot of my time alone, either watching stuff or playing games. So, like, around that time I was playing Donkey Kong Country 2, the game that I played streamed last week. And then when I got, started getting the original series, I got the 2 episodes on VHS around the same time I got Donkey Kong Country 3. So when I played Donkey Kong Country 3, I always think of me watching the original series for the first time. So, and this game, he doesn't have the charge attack. Because in Donkey Kong Country 2, on guard, the swordfish has a charge attack. Every hundred of these little golden trophies, you get like an extra life. So, but yeah, I saw. Yeah, so I saw. So when I got Donkey Kong Country 3, I got the 2 episodes Space Seed on tape, the 90s VHSs, not the 80s VHSs. And I got Spock's Brain, and I like both of those episodes. Everybody hates Spock's Brain because it's cheesy, and I was a kid, so I thought it was a perfect age again to. Now, I mean, I watch it now, and I still have some, nostalgia for it. Is it the best episode? No. Is it hilarious in some ways? Yeah. The Wonder Years made fun of that episode where they're trying to, get their girlfriends to do stuff, and I think Fred Savage has a dream that they have those little bracelets and they they get knocked down and stuff. So Spock's Brain kind of was made fun of in the Wonder Years, and of course, Jim Coach in the Wonder Years was, Robert Picardo, who plays the EMH, the emergency medical hologram in Voyager. So I mean, there are a lot of things. There's a lot of stuff out there, non-science fiction that is connected to Star Trek. So, but yeah, I got going back to, so I got the stuntman that played the Gorn. I got his autograph, sweet man, and there wasn't really anyone else I wanted to see. I mean, there was Seven of Nine's mother, who was in the episode Dark Frontier of Voyager, who was like, I don't even remember, I don't even know the actress's name. And then there was a few other people. There was like, I forget the main Dabo girl's name in Deep Space Nine. She was there. Someone said Armin Shimmerman was there. I definitely would have wanted to get one with him because I like Quark. I like Quark because he's one of the. He's not a good character, but he's a likable. Even though he's a character that commits crimes and stuff or does shady stuff, he's not a bad guy. And the same with Garrick. Garrick's a similar type of character. I mean, they're both likable. I mean, Garrick's a little bit less likable. Garrick is a little bit more menacing than Quark. Quark is just wants to make a buck. Whereas Garrick is, Garrick's a mystery. So, I heard Armin Shimmerman was there. The guy that did Axanar, he was there with like a couple of his actors in a booth and stuff. I looked at like some of they had a nice little setup, but I didn't really talk to them because based on everything I've heard about Alec Peters or something, and with Robert Meyer Burnett said about him, just like it's not someone you want to talk to. Comes off as a not so nice guy, and would probably stab you in the back at any chance he'd get. So yeah. And of course, I met the Saltine Nerd podcast. They were there in the back, and I just went up to them, started talking to them. I kind of told them about my channel. So I came every time I went to the convention. They were there. I always came and visited them. Sometimes I overstayed my welcome. They tried to, they were like, "Hey, it was good to see you." I was like, "Oh," and I'm thinking, "Oh, they want to get rid of me." So, but it was fun. So I always showed them what I was, So on live streams, I showed, everybody what I was, what I got and stuff. So, like my signatures, and I bought a painting. I probably spent too much money, but I bought a painting of all the different Enterprises. It looked really good. It's gonna be sent to me soon. I bought a little figurine of the of the USS Reliant. That's the ship that Khan steals in the Wrath of Khan. Okay, I shouldn't have went back in there. What else did I get? I got like a little magnetic, Starfleet TNG era, emblem, the Delta emblem. So I was able to wear it and stuff. Luckily, I was able to get past TSA with all that stuff. And I bought a puzzle and stuff. Bought like a 1,200 piece puzzle because I had a good conversation. Anyone I had a good conversation with, I basically bought something of theirs, in the dealer's room. So, yeah, and then we had the meetup with, I went to the meetup. I met a bunch of other YouTubers. I met Father Christopher Miller. I met the FNT crew. I met all of them. I met almost all of them. I met all of them actually. It was interesting. Comics is the shortest one of them all. He was actually shorter than me. All right, I haven't checked the all right, I haven't checked the stream. So Celestial Light, what's up? How you doing? Jeremy Swiggs, what's up? Low spec Linux laptop. I agree. Space Seed is such a great episode. It's probably my favorite TOS episode. Yeah, Green Lantern, go for it. I mean, I'm still learning how to live stream too. So, I mean, I do have a webcam. And I mean, the mystery of my appearance is no longer a mystery. Everybody knows what I look like now. So, but yeah, definitely, yeah, go for it, Green Lantern. You should change your name to Lensman. No, I'm kidding. Apparently, Green Lantern series was kind of a ripoff of the Lensman heroes from the Lensman novels and stuff by Doc E.E. Smith. One of his books was on George Lucas's bookshelf in his office when you watch the video of him, beginning his script on Phantom Menace. So, and they made an anime series of Lensman too, just to kind of go off tangent a little bit. But yeah, I got to meet a bunch of people. I met George Moilo. He was a really nice guy. I'm trying to think who else. I met Matt, Fallball Productions. I met Nick Weiser. I met Eric K. So when I call him Mr. K, I was actually correct. He's older and he's a really nice guy. I'm trying to think who else I met. Ryan's taller than I firstly I said to him, Ryan, I'm like, Ryan, you're taller than I expected. I met Jeremy. They're all like I always, and I met Quarter Black, and I was messing with them. I'm like, oh, I was like, doing the Jonah Hill. Oh my God, I'm just like wiggling my arms and stuff. And I'm like, oh my God. I did it to Gary too. So. So yeah, I'm not really starstruck anymore. I was a little nervous, on my way on my Uber drive on my way to the first meetup, and then I was like, you know what, it was pretty cool. Everyone was pretty cool. I met Ginger Ninja. I met Until the End. I met I'm trying to think who else. There was a lot of people I talked to, especially that first day. I didn't have too much to drink. I'm not a big drinker. I mean, nor am I critical. But I did have like a Jack and Coke and stuff, a couple of those, and then I don't like to drink too much. It gives me heartburn and stuff. What's up, Pacific? How you doing? But yeah, it was the Millennium Fandom Bar. There was there were people. Some people were cosplaying. It was a mix of people. It was mostly people older than me. I'm 36. But there were some people. There were some people there who were younger, like in their mid to or early to mid 20s, and of course there were some people who were like in their late 60s. There was one guy who was in his 60s wearing a Geeks and Gamers hat. I thought that was kind of funny because I just see, when I think Geeks and Gamers, I think younger kids, younger audiences. Whereas Gary's, with Gary, I think we have older people, because of classic Trek and original OT, original trilogy Star Wars and stuff. So it was pretty fun. Drunk 3PO was there. He's just walking around like he owned the place, and he was just like messing around with everybody. I was actually on his stream. I still haven't seen it, and apparently I was on Orion's. Ryan came up to me because I had his. I took one of his I had one of his keychains. So he came up to me. He's like, "This is Nerdporial," and da da da, and so. But yeah, it was pretty interesting. So. But yeah, but then Saturday came and it was pretty casual. It just felt very casual. But like a lot of people, like their people were like they were getting a lot of attention from everyone else for obvious reasons because they're they're bigger content creators and stuff. So crap. But yeah, so I mean it was a very and then I went back and I mean I worked a little bit on my Raiders of the Lost Ark script. I didn't get that far, but got a little bit farther. Friday I just kind of chilled. I went to the convention. I just kind of chilled and watched FNT. Didn't really go out anywhere. I was pretty tired. All right, cool. I got up here. I'm not a big fan of the frog, Winky. But yeah, like everyone I wanted to meet, I met in one form or another. And there he goes, useless as ever. So, oh man. What's up, MJ1 Media? How you doing? So I still haven't seen Drunk's stream yet. So, I mean, I think I was just kind of there. I don't even remember if I said anything. But everybody was friendly. It was friendlier than, I was in a fraternity, and I had more fun at this with people of various different ages than being at my fraternity, any fraternity event. Oops. Crap. Got me again. Do I write TV scripts? No, scripts for when I make a video, my process is I basically do. I mean, I write a script. I basically write a review. It's kind of like writing a review, writing a thesis or an essay, high school level, or maybe college English 100 level. Your typical thesis. You back it up, and then you open with a hook. Something kind of like what Critical Drinker does. Except I do I actually go through the plot. I don't just talk the main points and stuff. I actually go through the entire I kind of, in my own words, go through the entire story or the entire plot of a movie or something, or a video game if there is a plot. So I write it, I proofread, and then I record, and I have to proofread I have to listen to my recording and edit that. See if I get that. I got one, and I'm good. So yeah, and then after I do the audio, then I put it in. I put it into my my video editor, and then I gotta figure out what footage I'm going to use based on. So my script kind of directs my what I'm going to put in my video. I try to be as consistent as possible. Sometimes I'll put something funny in, but I've been really busy the last couple weeks, so I haven't had time, and between this and work, trying to get stuff done at work. So I was on other people. I was also, hanging out with other people's live streams too and stuff, listening and stuff. There we go. What's up, Master of the TDS? I met him too. Master of the TDS. He was there. He was the first person I met when I landed in Las Vegas. Him and his wife were there. They were having because they eat only kosher, so they went to a shawarma place, and so I took a Uber all the way out to the shawarma place that they were at, and then so we went there. This was Wednesday night, so I met them, and they were very nice, both of them. Master TDS, you were nice too. And then I met we went to Fremont after that, and I met Ruben. He's an older guy. He was very cool. Father Miller, I met Angelus Draven, Brightest Day. Obviously, Brightest Day was in the chat earlier. Trying to think who else. Oh, and Man of War, Neighbor of the Beast. He was there too. Him and his wife were there. They were awesome. So, so we're at the Fremont. It's very lively. Like there's casinos everywhere. There's like a ceiling and there's lights and there's a outdoor performance. And then there were very interesting characters on the street. There was some guy. He was wearing nothing but like a thong. He was jacked, but he was like wearing like kiss makeup or something. And I couldn't unsee that. And poor Father Miller couldn't. Poor Father Miller was there. He's like, what the hell is this? And then there was someone cosplaying as like Jesus or something. He looked like a cosplayer I saw years ago at New York Comic Con. So it was ridiculous. So so yeah, it was Las Vegas is. I said this to all my all the drivers, all the people that drove me, taxis, Ubers and whatnot. And like this city's like a freaking amusement park. It's like, and there's so many wacky characters, and they're like, yeah, you're not wrong. So. Here's the funny thing. I managed to get a couple of my Uber drivers. I told them about my channel, and they subscribed to me. It's like not only did I get subscribers through like Saltine Nerd podcast, but I also got like subscribers through like just like my Uber drivers and stuff. So, yeah. So I was really plugging away. What's up? What's up, Sadikar? How you doing? The Dominatrix Nun. Oh no, I didn't see. Oh, I didn't see that. Oh man. Oh, I think I did see something like that. Oh, okay. I think. So I don't know. So what's up, Austin? I see you're in the chat too. Sadikar, how you doing? All the way from Scotland. Oh my gosh. "2:40 a.m. Yeah, if you gotta go to sleep, go to sleep. I mean, it's okay. I mean, I mean, it's 8:45 here in Chicago. So, but yeah, I'm happy you guys are here. I mean, there's Sunday night. You know, Sunday night is pop culture. The Doom Cops pop culture stream is on. And a lot of people, I mean, weekends are, weekends is like, weekends at prime time is prime time. So you guys coming here is pretty cool. I mean, I'm just playing a game that I've played, millions of times, and I'm getting my butt kicked right now. So. Yeah, so after Raiders, I have to do. I locked myself in. I'm going to do the 40 years of Donkey Kong. I have to write that, so I'm going to try to be really quick about that. So I'm going to cover the original arcade games, mainly Donkey Kong 1 and Donkey Kong Jr. Donkey Kong Jr. is the one where Mario's the villain. Mario basically, you play as Donkey Kong Jr. and oh crap. You play as Donkey Kong Jr. Mario has Donkey Kong in a cage, kind of like King Kong was in a cage, when he was taken to like New York, and then he escapes and climbs the Empire State Building. Well, something like that, but Mario's the villain, so you have to rescue Donkey Kong and stuff. So I'm going to cover that. They made other Donkey Kongs that I've never played. I might touch upon them really briefly, like Donkey Kong 3 or Donkey Kong Math. Obviously these games, which I think are the most important besides the original Donkey Kong, all three games, Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3, Donkey Kong 64, which includes an unused level from Banjo-Kazooie because it was made by Rareware, or not Rare, it was made by Rare, so these games were also made by Rare. And then, of course, you had the Donkey Kong Country Returns. Those two games, I didn't know about this one. Those two games came out years later by Retro Studios. the guys that made Metroid Prime games. So I'm gonna cover those, and then there were other games that they made, like Bongo Bongo and some odd, you know, gimmicky games for the GameCube. So they didn't make any actual Donkey Kong games. I mean, there was that Mario vs. Donkey Kong series on Game Boy, I think, or Game Boy Advance or Nintendo DS. I don't remember which one. I'm gonna try and cover those. Try to cover as much as I can, and then I'm gonna get started on my serial horror sessions. And those are going to be shorter videos. I mean, my first video is probably not going to be short. But it's going to be Halloween 1 and 2 is what I'm going to cover for my first serial horror sessions. Because it's almost September. I promised September and October I would do serial horror sessions. So I'm going to do that, and then for next game to follow suit of serial horror sessions, I'm going to talk about the first Resident Evil game, which is my favorite in the series. And I never played the original PlayStation Resident Evil. I've only played the GameCube, the remake for the GameCube. And that's creepy as hell. The only game that I think actually scared me more was Alien Isolation. But I haven't played a whole lot of horror-based video games. All right, well, MJ1, I appreciate you just lurking. Just lurking is awesome, man. Just thanks for coming. I know you have your own. He has his own channel. If you haven't subscribed to him, check him out. He talks about stuff. He's a big Resident Evil guy too. He's another great channel. Check him out. Green Lantern. You never played Donkey Kong Jr.? Well, I played Donkey Kong Jr. So my history of that, I'm going to kind of cover that in my video. I got Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr. both came out for NES. There was NES ports. And I got that the same Easter I got Super Mario 3. So I didn't get one game for Easter of 1990. I got 2 games for that. So it was Donkey Kong and it was Mario 3. So I used to play either or. So that was, you know, game 3, that was game 2 and 3. That was the second and third game I ever owned on NES. And it was shortly, a few months after getting the NES with Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt. So yeah, Donkey Kong Jr. is a good game. It's another arcade game. It's not like it's just like the original. It's there we go. Yeah, I did not. I think I played a version of it for Wii U Virtual Console, Mario vs. Donkey Kong, but I don't think I ever played through it. I think it's like, isn't it like 99 stages or something like that? Austin. You're going to Vegas in 2023 for my fantasy football draft. So now I know what to expect. Oh, okay, cool. You're gonna go in 2023. Cool. And I died. I'd be a jerk and blame Austin for that. Even though Austin's my moderator. I haven't played many horror games, just watch people play them mostly. Well, you know, I want to replay Alien Isolation, and and of course I'll have my webcam set up, since the mystery of my appearance is no longer a mystery. And I kept saying that. I've been saying that very same thing forever, the whole trip. So yeah, I'll probably get it set up and you know, give, you know, people, you know, something to laugh at. Yeah, I kind of gotta. I have to go on a. I have to go on a cut. I have to go on a dietary cut and stuff. So I put on too much weight. So I was looking at myself and I was just like, I gotta do better. So I gotta start planning my meals and stuff, and giving up the Starbucks iced coffees that I really like. And I made the same mistake again. So yeah, I gotta go on a cut and step up my my time at the gym and stuff. The last couple weeks I haven't really haven't had a whole lot of time to go, so I have to kind of really make the time to do all this crap. I mean, it's chicken and vegetables is gonna be my best friend for a while. But for this I went to we went to a place called Hash Hash. It's like a famous breakfast place, and we were trying to meet up. This was Thursday. So Brightest Day brought this up, and we tried to get a bunch of us to go. And the thing was, this was at the what hotel? It was at the LINQ hotel. And I said, like, I was the first one there, so I said, there's probably gonna be 9 people and stuff. And the thing was, they wouldn't seat us until, like, everybody was there. So, and they wouldn't let, like, we had a few other people. Ord's board came late and stuff, and they wouldn't let him be seated to, join us and stuff after, like, 15 minutes, so... that was Vegas. The restaurants, like, were all, like, you had to line up. There's so many tourists there at this time. It was crazy. Was the food there okay? The food was fine. What's up, Tim's Talk? How you doing? What's up, Kilroy was here. Da 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 da. That's the name. That's the Styx album that Mr. Robato's on, by the way. Domo arigato, Mr. Robato. Domo domo. I haven't listened to that song, and I haven't listened to Styx in a very long time. Styx gets a lot of crap. I don't think they're bad. I mean, I don't think they're the greatest band, but I don't think they're bad. They're better than half the stuff that's out now, in my opinion. But yeah, we went to so I got like an omelet, or not an omelet, there's a scrambler or something from Hash Hash, and we were able to finally get. I waited 2 hours for people to show up, so we finally got everyone. We finally got seated, and I was like, I'm not doing this again. If I want to go someplace, I'm just probably going to go myself or something, or not depend on, other people meeting up with us, because we didn't know whether they were going to come or not, so. But everybody I met was cool. Everybody was cool. Everybody. Except for maybe some of the, maybe except for some of the people in the dealer's room, You figure for altruistic series like Star Trek, you figure some of their fans would be, a little more, less rude and stuff, but oh well. The average age there was like 45, or maybe 50. I mean, there were some people my age. There were some people who looked a little younger, and I was like, well, maybe because I did not get into. I got into Star Trek on my own because I was getting into Star Wars. My folks were never into Star Trek. And plus, it was on, so I used to watch it. And I got interested in the science fiction. It was like a good escapism for me, at the age, in junior high and stuff. And that continues to this day. I mean, I still really love, the classic shows. And when I say classic shows, I mean the shows prior to 2005. And then, of course, J.J. Abrams and Bad Robot comes in, and Secret Hideout. And it gets dumbed down in favor, and instead of imitating, instead of plagiarizing, the older stuff, it plagiarizes other science fiction franchises. And I've already said this, but so there wasn't a whole lot of Discovery or Picard stuff. I mean, there were people that were wearing like Picard shirts, and I'm like thinking, what the heck do you like about Picard? There was nothing. I mean, I could not think of anything redeeming about that. But people liked it. I mean, there were people that liked it. There were people that liked Discovery. There's people out there that really liked Lower Decks. Open Airlock Policy. I think he really likes Lower Decks, but he doesn't like Discovery Picard. He's a good channel. You gotta check him out too. He talks Trek. He talks a lot of stuff. He's a really good YouTuber. Him and Geek Blend, they're very great. Those are very good, YouTubers. trying to get Geek Blend to do a stream with me because he's a big Halloween fan. He's a big horror fan. I want to do a stream with him for Halloween Kills. So yeah, I've been doing more. I mean, I'm sure you guys have noticed I've been doing more live streams with other people and stuff. So yeah, so Wednesday I'm going to be resuming Star Trek with the Star Wars guys, and on Tuesday Nick Weiser invited me to do Toxic Male, his Toxic Male movie, 80s movie segment, and this time we're doing Predator, so it means I have to rewatch Predator and try to remember all the Arnold quotes from that movie. Get to the chopper, you one ugly mother, you know, something. Yeah, sorry, I'm not responding to you guys because I don't have the chat on my screen that I'm playing the game on. I actually have the chat on my phone right next to it. It is charging now, so I won't have to worry about it running out and stuff, running out of juice. So let's see, what are you guys saying? Text adventure, low spec laptop getting ready for my text adventure stream. What's that? I'll have to check that out. You have Stick's greatest hits, yeah, okay. As I would say, you do you have to do better. Yeah, it's from what do you call it? Falcon and Winter Soldier. I think I haven't watched those. Disney Plus stuff doesn't interest me at all. They keep telling the same type of story over and over again. It's not even interesting. And then you kind of, you know, make your characters look stupid and stuff, and it just. I'd rather have, you know, cool looking characters. They have a little dignity, you know. I'm just kind of sick of this, you know, joking around stuff. And then making your villains look like, you know, buffoons doesn't help either. If Lucas did that with the OT, Star Wars would not be where it's at. I have never played VR, but I have played Resident Evil 7. That game is crazy. Mario vs. Donkey Kong Game Boy Advance is one of my favorite games of all time. Oh, cool. Awesome. You get motion sickness from some games? Oh, that's understandable. I mean, it's not... Some games are harder to play than others. You know, I understand. Styx albums. Yep. Jeremy, it's approaching its mid-40s also. There isn't anything. Kurtzman Trek as a whole is irredeemable. Okay. I mean, I haven't watched. Picard kind of broke me in that regard. I haven't watched anything after that. Kind of same with what do you call it? Red Letter Media. I mean, same thing. It was just like I watched a review and it was like saying goodbye to something. It was like death in the family type of feeling. So, all right, Pacific. Would you be interested in joining me on Wednesday, September 8th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time for an episode of Pop Talk celebrating 55 years of Star Trek? September 8th, yeah, that's the day the Man Trap first got aired. And Man Trap was not the pilot. Man Trap was an episode that the studio, NBC, or not the studio, the network chose because it was a more of a horror episode. And what's funny is it's a McCoy-centric episode. I'll have to see. I don't think I'm busy for that. I don't think I'm busy that day. So I'll let you know. September 8th. Yeah, I think September 8th would be perfect for a good Star Trek or a stream about Star Trek. So problem with D Plus, I say, is they try to make smart content but treat you like you're dumb. Yeah, exactly. The audience is smarter than that, and they can pick up on things. And just saying war is bad and certain things that everybody accuses each other nowadays that ends in IST or PHOBE, you know, it just gets old after a while. They make villains who are supposedly be morally gray, but instead of letting you make your own conclusion, they tell you exactly what you should think of every situation. Yeah, and that's a big problem. That's stupid. I mean, sometimes it's fun to use your imagination and think of things. And I mean, Star Trek doesn't even have villains; they have antagonists, and you kind of feel for the antagonists, but it feels earned, and you kind of use your once again use your imagination to understand where they come from and stuff, and so there's some relatability there. These characters that they try to tell you are morally gray are not relatable. They're unlikable. They make unlikable characters who are of the fairer sex, unfortunately. So 13 episodes. I watched the first 13 episodes of STD and no more. I don't even need to watch Picard to know it stunk. Oh, don't watch Picard. That's some people like Picard more. I don't understand how, but that's just me. Pop culture mechanic. Disney also makes the men weak and dumb and the women strong and smart. Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to balance that out. They're not doing a very good job balancing that out. I mean, it's been done before. There were times where, you know, the men looked kind of dumb in movies of the past and stuff, and the women were smarter. But, I mean, it generally balances itself out eventually. These don't balance themselves out. I don't know, like, you have these dumb writers, these really idiotic writers. Or it may not even be the writers. It could be you know, it could be the producers that are making these decisions. I don't know who's making these ultimate decisions. I think it's the producers. And then the writers are just like, you know, lucky. Maybe they consider themselves lucky to have a job, you know, for Disney or Marvel or Lucasfilm. But I really don't like the Lucasfilm story group. I think they're bad. They're very bad. Ducat was a great antagonist. Yeah. Ducat was a very good. He's like Khan. He's very charming, and he's very opportunistic. So that's why nobody ever trusted Ducat. Ducat's the Cardassian. Ducat is basically is the main villain. You could consider him the main villain or antagonist to Captain Sisko in Deep Space Nine. So, but yeah, and then he. I mean, he wasn't an evil character or like a mustache twirling villain, but he was an opportunist, and you fell for him at points, you know, like he endures loss too, and then he goes insane, and then, you know, yeah, and then there's the final fight between him and Sisko. I won't spoil it. Let's see, Austin. That's because men ban. Oh, bestest ever. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I guess Disney always appealed to, you know, girls in the first place, but don't buy properties that are for, you know, for boys. I mean, anybody can watch these things, but, you know, majority. I mean, don't fundamentally change it just to, you know. I don't know. I mean, like, time is limited. We don't get time back for watching stuff. I prefer to, you know, find things from, you know, independent artists or something, or something that, you know, has a singular vision. Because usually those are better. There's art. There's art to it. There's something that will challenge. They'll challenge you. Crap. Yeah, he was multi-dimensional. I agree. Yeah, him and Garrick loved each other. No, Garrick, according to Andrew Robinson, and he said this in the "What You Left Behind," what you leave behind documentary, which is about Deep Space Nine's 25th anniversary. Garrick was supposed to be part of the the alphabet community. He had and Andrew Robinson himself told me that his character, reason why he went up to get Dr. Bashir in the first place was because his character had a crush on him. So, I mean, I think I initially I heard that and I was just like, it was your typical, your typical reaction and stuff. I was like, what are they trying? Are they trying to, signal? Are they trying to signal again or and stuff? So, and I thought about it, I'm like, no, I think maybe it could have worked. I don't know. I mean, I think Orville did a really good job with Bortus, in that regard. Just, you have to make the character likable and relatable in some way. You have to be able to make them, you have to give the audience something to, something to invest in. Like in Garrick's case, he was lonely and he was exiled, and so we wanted to see him eventually go back to Cardassia. And he was also a liar. So we wanted to find out the truth about him. And Andrew Robinson just did a great job portraying him. He always stole the show in every episode. The best episodes had him in it, had Garrick in it. So, but from watching Deep Space Nine in the first place, I just thought, Garrick was just a lonely guy, and he was very intelligent. He was part of the Obsidian Order, and he kind of saw Bashir as someone who he could, banter. He could intellectually, banter with, be friends with and stuff. So, if it was supposed to be, a stronger friendship, sure. I mean, I don't know. But don't make it like Discovery, where it's like a stupid soap opera. It's like a freaking soap opera melodrama, and it's like the choice of music and the choice of the way the actors deliver their lines. They're trying to make you they're really trying hard to elicit an emotional response. I watched that. I didn't watch the season, but I watched that scene where they meet the guy, that admiral guy in the 32nd century, and they're trying like, oh, we have to bring the Federation back and stuff, and I'm just like, I mean, it's pure, like, they use the use of music and stuff. They're trying to manipulate you into feeling something. And it was the same with Picard. They tried to use music to try to play it like they basically, with Data's death and stuff, they tried to make it very emotional by choice of music and what they chose, the dialogue and stuff, but the dialogue didn't make any sense. Picard never loved Data. Oh, you're talking about, you couldn't stand a Bajoran priest. You're talking about Kai Wynn. Yeah, Kai Wynn was, I mean, her actress, she plays a lot of villainous type of roles. Like, she was like the nurse, the main nurse in the one who flew over the Cuckoo's Nest with Jack Nicholson. So whereas in Deep Space Nine, where she plays Kai Wynn, she's pretending to be all virtuous and stuff. But you find out she never really truly believed. Like, the prophets, who are the deities that watch over the Bajoran people, and who have shown themselves to Sisko, and everyone calls him emissary because of that. They never appeared to her. She was only in there for power and influence. She was never a true believer of the faith. And of course, obviously, it's based off of Catholicism. It may be a few other faiths. I don't know which ones. I'm becoming an independent artist. Green Lantern? Heck yeah. If you have a vision, make it happen, dude. Make it happen. Sadukar? I was being funny. Yeah, well, I mean, no, it's true. I mean, Andrew Robinson said that in the documentary, that Garrick was supposed to be part of the G in the alphabet community. So, yeah, Nurse Ratchet. Yeah, that's right. Kilroy was here. I don't believe in, even if it's true, this is the wrong time politically to reveal something like that. I mean, I felt the same way, and I mean, yeah, I mean, I think they should have revealed that earlier. Like they had the chance to reveal that in like the DVDs when the DVDs came out in like 2003. They could have just said it then. I don't know why they. I mean, I initially didn't believe it either. I thought it was just them trying to get points with CBS or something. But it's probably true. And I mean, it could have worked. I mean, I don't know why it didn't. Maybe because Berman was a little more conservative about it. And Rick Berman was one that ran the franchise. And he worked directly with Roddenberry, so he knew exactly what Roddenberry, expected. So with Kurtzman not working with Roddenberry, and I mean, Robert Meyer Burnett has pointed this out. I mean, it's a totally different thing. It's Star Trek and all, but it's not Star Trek. It's Star Trek in just name. Just by name, and I don't even consider it that. I think the Orville is more Star Trek than the newer series are, because at least the Orville, each season starts out kind of slow, get to know the characters, it's very episodic, and then the seasons get more interesting as you play, as you continue to watch. They start taking more risks and stuff. First season they generally don't take risks, because there's always a possibility it could be canceled. What's up, that Islington girl? Thanks for coming. Louise Fletcher is a great actress. Yeah, she was also in. The only other thing I saw her in was she was in Once Upon a Time in America. That's the Sergio Leone. Sergio Leone did a gangster movie. So that was a gangster movie that came out in 1984, and it's like gangster movies. If you've seen The Godfather, I'm sure you guys all have seen The Godfather 1 and 2. Those movies are very kind of romanticize organized crime, whereas I think Once Upon a Time in America was the first movie, and then of course Scorsese followed later with Goodfellas. It didn't romanticize organized crime; they were pieces of crap, those guys. And Once Upon a Time in America was about a bunch of friends that grew up. They were Jewish, in the Jewish neighborhoods, and they just started committing crimes, and then they kind of worked themselves up, and then they became criminals and stuff, and they betrayed. I mean, they betrayed people. They betrayed like other criminals that gave them jobs and stuff. They keep the money, and they would hold. There was one time where there was a scene in that movie where they switched a baby, one of the babies of the police chief, and I forget, it was because the police chief didn't pay them or something, or he did something. And they took the baby and they're like, you have to do this for us, or we're not going to tell you They took the baby and they switched it with another person's baby. It was messed up. But yeah, that was Once Upon a Time in America. That's a 4-hour movie, and a lot of it was cut out. Like I feel like the movie was incomplete. But yeah, that was I don't even know how did I get into organized crime. What's up, Spirian? It's good meeting you at the meetup yesterday. I don't even remember how the reason why I talked about that was because Louise Fletcher was in that movie too. She was a very small role, so I don't think I've seen her in anything else. I know she's a lot of stuff. So, but yeah. Oh, cool. You got 3 TV shows working on? Cool. Can you talk about them? I guess you can't. Alright, I finally beat this. Good. Alright. Fight the bee. Yeah, compared to Donkey Kong Country 2, this is a very easy game. Whoa. Yeah, you might be Kilroy. You might be right about that. I mean, I mean, it just, yeah, you're right. I kind of agree with you on the timing. So, I mean, yeah. So I was kind of disappointed. I mean, the documentary is still good to watch, though. I mean, there was they talked about like a potential season 8 and how like they got all the writers back, like Ronald D. Moore, Robert Hewitt Wolf, Ira Stephen Bear, who was the showrunner. I'm trying to think who else. I don't know who else was there, but those three were the main writers of Deep Space Nine, and yeah, and they basically did it was like a writers' room where they discussed a potential first episode of season 8, and unfortunately they killed off Nog. He was Captain Nog, and they killed him off. And then, of course, shortly after that documentary came out, Aaron Eisenberg, who plays Nog, passed away. So it was kind of, and I saw it after the fact, so it was a bittersweet. Cool. Don't care for the frog, though. Oh, cool. Well, looks like I get to get some extra lives. And this is the cave. Ah, there's another area here. Interesting. What is that? I have not seen that. Holy crap, I have never seen that before. Nice. I never owned this gun. I've either rented this game, the original Donkey Kong Country, or I've borrowed it from my neighbor. My neighbor's kid had a copy of the game. He was young. He was younger, but yeah, I used to either borrow this or rent this. What's up, that 70s rock fan? All the way up in early shift. Yeah, I'm doing the same thing. So I'm only gonna be playing this for like maybe another hour or something. I think I'll be done with the game by then. So I hope you guys are enjoying the stream and stuff. But it was really fun last 4 days. There we go. Yeah, I had a hard time playing this level when I first played it. First time I had to deal with, shooting out of barrels and stuff. This is a very easy game, quote, close quote. He only gets a stinger to the face. Well, sometimes I'm not always correct. Sometimes I might, sometimes I eat my words or drink them, depending. Kind of makes it funny. All right, so I got the midpoint. But yeah, these games are easy compared to like Donkey Kong Country Returns. Those games are crazy. Alright, this is fast. And I got it. Nice. First try too. Full rotations. At least give it one. I give it one full rotation so I can get an idea of when to time it properly. There we go. And now, there we go. And now, and here we go. And now, and now, and now. Oh, shoot. I was on a roll, too. Yep, same here, Spirian. Same here. I made a very wise decision before I left. I left my room messed up, so I have to clean it. Oh. Okay, good. That was luck. Got it first try again. I'm awesome. Oh, I am lucky there. I'm lucky there. And 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and oh crap! Crap. Tried to show off, and what did it get me? The barrel and beast part gives me such anxiety. Yeah, I know. It's either snowing or my eyes are too tired. No, it's snowing. It's snowing in this game. Green Lantern 345. The second one is set in England between World War I and World War II. It's a detective spy show. I thought it would make a cool video game as well. Okay. Arlington Girl, looks like people had a great time. Yes, we all had a great time. Austin. Here they also just never understand camaraderie among men. If you are good friends with a dude, then you must be that, according to them. Well, I mean, look at Lord of the Rings. Look at the whole thing with Lord of the Rings and what's going on with that. Green Lantern 345. The third one is about a guy that goes around in space collecting parts to build his ultimate ship. I thought it might be cool to have the main character not say anything the whole first season. Okay, so you're going like 2001, like the final. It's gonna be like 2001, where it's gonna be. I hope you play some classical music then, if you're gonna do that. Fun times NPL. See you later. Well, thank you so much for coming on Pop Culture. Did you see the first one? No, I didn't see the first one. I'm gonna scroll up and see the first one that you were talking about. All right, Pop Culture. Take care. Thanks for coming along. All of them are steampunk. One is an aftermath of an alien invasion, like a day in the life sitcom. I like that song, Day in the Life. I've read the news today, oh boy, about a lucky man who made the grade. That's a Beatles song. That's the last song of Sgt. Pepper's. And I think I just kind of made all your ears bleed by singing. So, that was the first one. Okay, well, so it's steampunk. So, all right. So I'm gonna continue this, and then when the level's over with, I'll read some more of your chats and stuff. I am lucky that I can read your chats, because I can't imagine being like, you know, having like 50 or 100 people in the chat, you know, talking at the same time. I don't know. It'd be impossible for me to be able to talk to everyone. So I mean, this is like. And it gets to a point, like right now I respond to everybody's comments. I respond to everybody's comments whenever I get like whenever I get a comment notification or something. I got one today. It was a mean-spirited one. Someone said someone made a comment on my Donkey Kong Country 2 video or stream, saying you're as bad as this game as you are fat and ugly. And I looked at them. I was like, how would that person know I'm fat? I am overweight, but that's good. I want to change that soon. Ugly. And then the thing was, I saw the notification, and I looked to see if it was up, and YouTube already deleted it. So YouTube deletes like comments themselves. So yeah, I've noticed that like YouTube will delete YouTube has deleted some comments. Someone said like this game is a hell of a cracker. That got deleted. My friend said like I said banana horde in my last video, my Zelda video, because I was teasing the 40 years of Donkey Kong, and it sounded like I said banana whore instead of banana horde. And he wrote that down, and then YouTube deleted that too, or the YouTube made it invisible. Like I could still see it, and I couldn't make it like visible and stuff. So I don't know. YouTube just has that control, I guess. And I want to get up there. Okay. I guess it wasn't there. Maybe it was here. What's up, Godzillionaire? Yeah, I'm back from Vegas. Yeah, back from Vegas. I talked about it. It was a very cool time. I got to have. I talked about what did I have for dinner? Oh yeah, all the buffet. What's funny was I went to Vegas in 2010 on a road trip with friends of mine, and we visited Vegas, and there was one really popular buffet to go to. It was the Carnival Buffet at the Rio. And like majority of the restaurants at the Rio were closed because of pandemic. So yeah, most of the restaurants were already cool. And so most of the restaurants in the place were closed, and the ones that were open were like I remember I tried getting I wanted to get a Starbucks coffee at 7 a.m. There was a line long. There was like a really long line. I felt like I was at like a rock concert or something, a rock venue or something. Whoopsie daisy. But yesterday the last I went to the one place that everybody talked about that was really good was the Gordon Ramsay burger place, and that was at the Planet Hollywood Hotel. So I went there. I got lost in the hotel because once again these hotels are huge. It's like they're freaking shopping malls. Like they're bigger than shopping malls, at least the ones here in Chicago. What is here? Nothing. But the burger, I got the truffle burger from Gordon Ramsay restaurant. I got the onion rings. The onion rings are melt in your mouth good, but they're almost pure grease too, so I couldn't eat them all. And then the truffle burger was so good too. Like it was like just the meat the taste of the meat stays with you after you bite it, chew it, and swallow it and stuff. It's like it's very savory and very, very delicious. So if you guys are ever in Vegas, that's a great burger to get. I mean, there's other popular burgers too. There's the Farmhouse Burger, and then there was like the I hate that stupid ostrich. I forgot what the other one is. There was the spicy. There was the jalapeno burger or something like that, or it's called the Hell's Kitchen Burger. Named after his show. But that was very good. Those are very good. Those were very good burgers. But yeah, it was a cool time. There was just so many people. There was just so many people there. So many people gambling, So I, decided, I felt like my Vegas vacation wouldn't have been complete if I didn't lose some money. So I played some slots, So I lost like $15, $20, nothing too bad. Alright, cool. Got it. I really want to go next time. I hope I want to meet you. There's a lot of people that weren't able to make it, so I'd love to meet like everybody else. Heck, even Critical Drinker wants to come to these things. And he said on Twitter and stuff, and I responded, yeah. I said, yeah, it'll be fine. Yeah. So I may be 100% retired by then, so time would not be an issue. I just couldn't get away from work this time, even if travel was easy. Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah, truffle burger was expensive. It was 25 bucks. I paid a lot of money for it, but this was a time for me to kind of splurge and stuff. This was like the first vacation, a real vacation I've had in a long time. So, like, I didn't take. I mean, I didn't take a real. I haven't taken any vacation in a while. So, for over 2 years. So, it was really cool. Everything in Vegas was super expensive. Like there's like I had to walk like a mile to the frickin' Uber pickup because, like, you know, they will not let Uber pick you up in front of the hotel. It's only they give that to let the taxis pick people up. So I kind of mixed. I was mixed with, you know, taking a taxi because I just didn't feel like walking all the way to the Uber pickup at the one of the garages, and and then having to wait for a while and stuff. So, but like I think I said it earlier, I managed to get a couple of people. On my way back from the meetup yesterday, I talked to Uber drivers, tell them, like, you know, I was telling about my channel and stuff and how he felt about, like, Star Wars and Bad Batch. He was telling me about he was watching the Bad Batch and stuff. And oh, come on, don't go there. Yeah, I got a few of my Uber drivers to subscribe. So I've been talking to everybody. I was trying to get cosplayers to talk, saying, "Hey, I know you. You're Kaiopaka," or "Hey, you're a Romulan from original series and stuff." So, or I'd say Klingon, I'd say Kapla, you know, or Vulcan. I saw a few Vulcans, so I did the Live Long and Prosper. One of them responded and one of them didn't. One of them just walked away. I'm like, well, Vulcans are dicks. So that might have been that, you know, being in character. Oh, come on. Okay, good. But I don't know. I was one thing I was kind of, you know, you would think cosplayers, you know, want, you know, to talk to people, you know. I mean, they dress up to kind of, you know, not only to show, you know, that how much they appreciate the show and the characters, but like that they also want, you know, people to come up and talk to them because, you know, because they're, you know, they want to be seen. They want to be, you know, they want to be seen. So it's kind of weird. I got mixed reactions from cosplayers and stuff. But then again, I was there looking like a dude, bro. I was wearing a freaking Hawaiian shirt. I was wearing sunglasses. I was wearing the sunglasses on my t-shirt, and wearing a baseball cap backwards and stuff. So maybe they thought I was teasing or something. Who knows? And of course, I was on, you know, other people's podcasts and stuff. A few friends said maybe I should, like, you know, should have vlogged the experience and stuff. I don't know. I mean, I vlogged a few times a couple years ago, and I just kind of put it on Facebook and stuff. But I didn't feel like vlogging this time. I just wanted to go in and just enjoy myself. All right, Green Lantern, thanks for coming by. I really appreciate it. You're gonna be, I think Wednesday we're doing the TOS. Wednesday we're doing the TOS stream with the Star Wars guys. So, you'll be there, right? Of course you will. So yeah, so I'm gonna be doing that Wednesday, and then Tuesday I'm gonna be on Nick Weiser's stream talking about Predator. So I have to watch Predator. So, Croctopus, get away from me. I'll read more once I beat the level. So right now I'm on my toes right now. Oh, extra life. On guard, awesome. Go eat somebody else, you shark jerk. So yeah, when I was on other people's streams, I'm like, hey, I'm saying, hey, from Vegas, you know, just telling everyone, hey, I'm in Vegas and stuff. And everyone's like, I'm jealous, I'm so jealous of you and stuff. Yeah, well, I'm doing it too much. I was doing it too much. Just like, you know, just not being as modest about it. So, okay. I find slots mind-numbingly boring. Yeah, yeah. We found our way out shortly after. Okay. If hopefully we're not in Yahtzee regime this time next year. Cool stream, dude. Gotta head out. Well, I already said that. Thanks again, Green Lantern, for coming. Islington Girl, glad you got to enjoy. Well, thank you. Austin, I always hear Vegas is really cheap to stay in, but not cheap to do stuff in. Oh no, food was expensive. Everything at the convention was expensive. The Uber and the taxi rides were expensive. I think I would have saved money if I would have rented a car, to be perfectly honest. I think I spent more money on that. Last time I went to Vegas, I went to the Venetian for lunch, and there was a Star Trek slot machine there and won $300. Oh, cool. Hope you spent that. I hope you spent that money well. Hope you didn't lose it. Godzillionaire. Vegas isn't supposed to have a video record. I don't know what that means. A video record. Austin. What time are these streams? Nick Weiser's stream is at 9 p.m. Central Time. And then I think Paul, I think with the Star Wars guys, Paul does it at 8:30 Eastern Time, so it's 7:30 Central Time. Godzilla, have you ever been to Vegas? It's really easy to do. It's really easy to do there. I have not been, but I see. Yes, I see your point. Cool. All right. I did. Okay, cool. Pacific. All right. This is the first appearance of Squawks. Obviously, he plays Squawks directly in 2, and he spits out eggs at bad guys. And then there's this purple counterpart that kind of just lowers you down the honey, the beehive level. There we go. Okay, so. Alright, this is a bit tricky. I'll be on my toes for this one. Oil bins. There we go. Midpoint. Dude, Croc Dude Bro. Oopsie daisy. Oops. Well, at least I got the midpoint. All right. Yeah, Diddy cannot hurt these guys. And then there's a gray version of those guys that even Donkey Kong can't hurt. The only way you can beat them is by throwing a barrel at them. Oh, crap. Sweet. If they make another Donkey Kong game, I really want them to bring back the Kremlings, you know, these guys, the alligators and stuff, and bring back King K. Rool or Captain K. Rool, wherever. Every game he was like he had a different role. Like in the first game, this game, he was on a pirate. The final level, he's on a pirate ship, but yet he's King K. Rool or King K. Rool or whatever you call him. And then in the second game, you're on Kremling Island, and in that game he's in a castle, but in that game he's Captain K. Rool or Captain K. Rool. Get it? Play on the word cruel, you know. Mm-hmm. But I'm surprised they didn't bring them back for like Donkey Kong Country Returns or Tropical Freeze. Tropical Freeze had like the Vikings, the walrus Viking people. So they had the penguins and the walruses and the bad owls and stuff. And then in the first Returns game that came out for Wii, you had the Tiki guys. But I mean, despite the enemies, I mean, those games were really well made. Like, I want another Donkey Kong Country Returns game. I'd like to see them do a 3D, like a true 3D Donkey Kong game. What's up, Jake D? Did you come back, or are you still there? Are you still in Vegas? I got to meet Jake D. And my life changed forever. I gotta get that N. Okay, so I got that. Oh. I'll say this, Jake D. I wish I didn't miss out. I miss out on you guys going to the. I really would have been. It would have been fun going to that escape room, or that room escape thing with you guys. I've never done one of those, and I'm a big, I'm a big Zelda guy, so I think it would have been cool. Oh man. What's up, games, movies, and comics? Go subscribe to him too. He's growing faster than anybody. He does a lot of. He's been streaming a lot of Castlevania stuff lately. He's been streaming. I forget what the DS, one of the DS Castlevanias is. I think it's one of the DS ones. So yeah, check him out too. If you guys can put mods, can you like put like anyone that has a channel, put their links in the channel. I feel like a king right now. I'm telling people what to do. So Pacific has a channel, Games, Movies, and Comics has a channel. Kilroy was here. He has a channel. I don't know if Green Lantern has a channel, but if he does, Spirian, I think Spirian definitely has a channel. Sadicar, I forget if you have a channel. Low Spec Linux Laptop, he has a channel. Check him out. He does game streams as well. Master the TDS has a channel. He has a channel, but follow him on Twitter if you like him. He's got a big Twitter presence. MJ1 Media, he's got a channel. Check him out. Celestial Light has a channel. He does video game streams as well. He was able to do a Donkey Kong Kremling's Revenge stream successfully, whereas I could not. So check him out. He's a good channel. All these guys are good channels. If I'm missing anybody, sorry. So. And this is the harder version of the first boss. 2 and whoops. Hey, don't you laugh at me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. So from now on, the bad guys are going to be... Alright, cool. Alright, this is one of my favorite themes of this game. I love this theme. This is Fear Factory. I think it's called Fear Factory. I mean, I'll say this. I listen to the soundtrack a lot. I love all the Donkey Kong soundtracks. Dave Wise does a very good job with just like creating like very memorable yet very ambient type of music for these games. There we go. Here we go. I want to get that O. Let's get that O. Got it. So yeah, there's only two more areas. There's this area, and then there's the cave area, and then there's the final boss. So this is... I'm more than halfway done with this game. So, this is Donkey Kong Wannabe. So apparently Cranky Kong, according to this game, Cranky Kong is the original Donkey Kong. And this Donkey Kong is his grandson. Oh, come on. There we go. There we go. Awesome. Oh, sorry, Jake D. There's another Jake D that I did meet at the thing. So sorry, I got you mixed up. Whoops. There we go. Sweet. Oh, man. There we go. And I didn't get the N. Oh, well. Oh, yeah, if, can you put the... Austin, can you put, my, Discord link? If anyone... I'm sure most people here are already in it, but if you're not in it, you want to join, definitely, yeah, I mean, you're more than welcome to, check it out, see if it's something that, is for you. There's a lot of Discord servers out there, so... But yeah, it's for place for to promote your stuff, and talk whatever you want as long as everyone's cool and stuff. Opinions are welcome, just as long as decent conversation, as long as there's good conversation and stuff, You guys are all adults, so. There we go. Oh, man. Is that still there? It is still there. There we go. Alright. Get as many bananas as I can. Dun 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 dun. Alright. Alright, I think that's all I'm gonna get. Alright, is there a DK barrel? No, I'm gonna grab that checkpoint. And then the little naughty guys, the beaver looking guys, they're called naughties. Just like to hop on. mini neckies. The neckies are the bird, the buzzard guys. Oops. Thanks, Austin. Whoops. All right, I got one left. So the mini neckies actually return in the second game too. So I don't think any of the bad guys from the first two games appear in the third game at all. There we go. That was probably a little glitch. He was supposed to walk down. Claptraps. They were replaced by their big brother, the Clampons, in the second game. They looked more like clowns, and they were bigger. You couldn't, like, you know, roll into them and stuff. The zingers. Even the zingers were different. Like, the zingers looked totally different in Donkey Kong Country 3. Oops. The zingers looked like they had bandsaws. Like, instead of having stingers, they had bandsaws and stuff. I don't know. I don't remember if they're called zingers and stuff. They all appear, but with pirate hats. Oh, okay. I forget. Like, I know there was there was one with they had like the wooden leg and stuff. Of course, the only animal blade that was, I think, in all three games was on guard, the swordfish. Even Rambi wasn't in the third. Even Rambi wasn't in the third freaking Donkey Kong. They replaced Rambi with Ellie the Elephant. Ellie the Elephant was useless. Only thing Ellie Elephant did was because she had the trunk, she was able to, you know, use the snout of her trunk to pull use the force and like bring barrels to her and stuff, so that she could take out the rats, because in that game the rats, the elephant scared the rats and stuff, like a cartoon character. Oh crap. So Ellie the Elephant would run from the rats and stuff, and I hated when they made it like that. And I don't remember what other... I mean, but I still like Donkey Kong Country 3 a lot. I mean, it's the least... It's not the best game, but it did follow, like, 2. Like, it had all the same stuff as 2. It had the DK coins, it had the bonus stages... And then, of course, there were additional, like, endings. Like, so you fight the final boss the first time, and then you get all the bonus coins, and you fight the boss the second time on an evil submarine, you know? In that game, K. Rool is an evil mad scientist. So he's a king in this one, he's a pirate captain in the second one, and he's a mad scientist in the third one. In order to beat him in the third one, he has, like, as a mad scientist, he just kind of, he has a little like dirigible, or like he has a little like propeller that just allows him to hover, and so you have to throw a barrel at his device from the back. Whoops. And then you do something similar with the submarine, but only this time he's on the other, he's like further away, like he's like further away in the screen and stuff. So you have to like throw like the barrel, you have to time it because he's moving along in the background and stuff. You have to throw the barrel up into a conduit, and the conduit, it'll take it to his side of the screen and it'll land on him. So you have to time that out. So oops. 1 p.m. Okay. It's getting closer and closer. Oops. I did the same darn thing. What am I thinking? Okay. Not making that same mistake again. There we go. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Alright, let's try this again. Whoops. Maybe there was one back there. Maybe I just have to go further back. Okay, maybe not. Nope. There we go. All right, let's get there, and there we go. Awesome. There we go. All right, here we go. All right, this is where I died. This is how far I got. There we go. All right. There we go. Got it. Next one is the polluted poison pond. I hate this one. This one's a tough one. I love this song. I love this theme too. Aquatic ambience. I could listen to this like all day. What is there? And he came back. You jerk. Okay. And there's these things. Oops, these guys come out of nowhere. Oops, I want to. Yeah, this one I died, like, I got, like, game over several times the first time I played this level. At least I think. It's been a while. All that just for 10 bananas. Wow. Oh well. At least I got past it. Whoop. Oh, come on. Yeah, watch out for the fishies. Ah, crap. Okay. So yeah, this game does not have bonus stages and stuff. I mean, they have bonus stages to get extra lives, but they don't have the bonus stages where you have to, you know, get bonus coins and unlock levels and stuff. That started in 2, so this game's a little bit simpler. Whoops. Okay, that's where I died last time. There we go. Whoops, I wanna... Schools of fish. I wonder why fish... Maybe fish should just, instead of, you know, going to school and stuff, maybe they should just be homeschooled or something. Whoops, crap. Alright, where is that freaking midpoint barrel? There it is. Awesome. Yeah, games, movies, and comics. He does a lot of game streams. So he doesn't chat like I do, but he does respond to you know, messages and stuff. Well, I think sometimes he does. I don't know. Yep. Whoops. Is there anything over here? No. Oh, no. Is there something here? Maybe it's on guard. Yep, on guard. There we go. It automatically does. Automatically pokes him. Whoops. Good. Hey, Punk Waddle, what's up? Yeah, I kind of, you know, decided to do it, you know, have something. I was gonna be here, and I was gonna do something really quick, so I felt Donkey Kong would be a quick stream for me. But yeah, thanks for coming. I'm doing first shift now, so I have my bedtime's gonna be earlier now. I could still do late on Saturdays and stuff. I don't know what I'm doing this Saturday though. Really want to try. I've been really late with my videos, so I really want to get those done. So that's one thing I want to try and set a goal for this week, is to at least get one of them done. I'm gonna do Raiders. I gotta do first. I teased that one first. Awesome. Espresso, the useless ostrich. I mean, well, she's not useless, I guess. She can fly and stuff, but... But there's not a lot of levels with him or her. But yeah, after, you know, seeing Andrew Robinson at Deep Space, you know, at the Star Trek thing, I really want to rewatch Dirty Harry now. Do you feel lucky? Did I fire 6 shots or only 5? Well, all this excitement, I lost track myself. Being here is a .44 Magnum, the most powerful handgun in the world, and it could blow your head clean off. You gotta ask yourself a question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk? You know? That was written. That whole thing was written by John Milius. I mean, at least that speech was. I mean, that went through, the Dirty Hero went through like several versions, and Clint Eastwood wanted to do the original. He wanted like the original script. He wanted to be like as, you know, as hardcore as possible. And like Paul, he wasn't the first person. They asked like Paul Newman. Paul Newman was like, "Oh, I can't do this. This is too, you know, right wing leaning and stuff." And they asked like John Wayne. John Wayne felt he was too old. I forget who else. I think they asked a few other people too. and everybody declined. Oh, Frank Sinatra. They asked Frank Sinatra, and he declined. He's like he didn't really like he just didn't like it. A lot of people didn't like that movie when it came out. It was very controversial. But I think the coolest part of that movie where he's like they're in the school bus, and that movie took a lot of risks. Like he takes a school bus. The killer Scorpio takes a school bus hostage full of kids, and it's messed up. But the way Dirty Harry or Clint Eastwood comes on the scene is they're driving the bus underneath a bridge and stuff, and Eastwood's there just stand there with his sunglasses and his suit, and he's ready to jump on top of the bus and stuff, and the way Andrew Robinson's character like just freaks out at that idea was just like it was really cool. That whole shot of him just stand there waiting for them to just go under the bridge or go under the bridge and stuff, or under the overpass or whatever. That was super cool. That whole movie is freaking. I mean, I did a English 100 paper on, because we were talking about violence and stuff. Because we did watch American History X, so I was able to choose another equivalent paper to write about violence in movies and stuff, and I was still really into Dirty Harry, so I kept watching. So I did a paper on that. It's too bad I don't still have it, because that's definitely something I want to cover, is Dirty Harry. Yeah, I was just like, I had a smile on my face the whole time. When I was at the meetup, I had a smile on my face the whole time. Like, I was just, I wanted to, come off as positive, and, I was surprised, like, yeah, like, I mean, it was just interesting just meeting everybody and stuff. I was one of the shorter people there at the thing. But like a lot of those guys are shorter than they say they are. Like Comics Division is shorter than he says he is, and Gary says he's 6 feet